What's up, everyone, and welcome back to CodeMechanic. Today, we're diving into a topic that drives even seasoned mechanics crazy. When your car's fault code is a straight-up liar, you plug in your trusty OBDATU scanner, you get a code, you replace the part it points to, and nothing. The problem is still there. Sound familiar? If you've ever found yourself in this loop of frustration and wasted money, you're in the right place. We're going to break down why this happens and how you can outsmart your car's computer. Let's start with a classic example. You get a P0171 code, which means system to lean. Your first thought, it must be an oxygen sensor. They measure the air-fuel ratio, right? So you swap it out. You clear the code, start the car, and within a day, that check engine light is back on, mocking you. What gives? Well, the O2 sensor was actually doing its job perfectly. It correctly detected a lean condition. The problem wasn't the sensor itself, but something else causing that lean condition. It could be a vacuum leak, a clogged fuel injector, a weak fuel pump, or even a dirty mass airflow sensor. The code isn't telling you the O2 sensor is bad. It's telling you what the O2 sensor is seeing. That's a huge distinction. Think of your car's diagnostic system like a team of workers. Each sensor has a specific job. The engine control unit, or ECU, is the manager. If the manager hears from one worker say, the O2 censored that there's a problem, it logs a report. But the manager doesn't always know why that worker is reporting a problem. It only knows what it's being told. So, a fault code is more like a symptom than a diagnosis. It's the starting point of your investigation, not the final answer. It's your job as the detective to look at the whole picture. So, how do you become a better detective? First, don't just jump to replacing parts. When you get a code, your first step should be research. A quick search for that specific code, along with your car's make and model, will often bring up forums and videos where other owners have faced the exact same issue. You'll quickly learn the most common causes for that code on your particular vehicle. This step alone can save you hundreds of dollars. For instance, with that P0171 code on certain models, you might find that a cracked intake boot is the culprit 90% of the time. Next, get familiar with live data on your scanner. Don't just read the code and put the scanner away. Most modern scanners can show you real-time information from your car's sensors. Look at things like fuel trims, O2 sensor voltage, and mass airflow readings. Are they within the normal range? Watching this live data while the engine is running can give you critical clues. You might see the short-term fuel trim skyrocket when you rev the engine, which could point towards a fuel delivery issue. Or you might see a change when you spray some carb cleaner around the intake manifold, instantly revealing a vacuum leak. This is the pro-level stuff that separates the part swappers from the true diagnosticians. Let's look at another tricky one. A transmission speed sensor code. You get a code for an output speed sensor fault. You replace the sensor, but the transmission still shifts erratically. What could it be? In many cases, it's not the sensor, but the wiring going to it. A frayed wire, a corroded connector, or a bad ground can all interrupt the signal, making the ECU think the sensor has failed. So before you order that part, always do a visual inspection of the wiring harness and connectors. Give the wires a gentle tug. Check for any green crusties of corrosion on the pins. A little bit of contact cleaner and a wire brush can often be the real fix. Remember, a fault code is just a piece of the puzzle. It's a valuable clue, but it's not the whole story. Use it as your guide. Do your homework. Check the live data. Inspect the related components, and you'll stop letting those lying codes send you on a wild goose chase. You'll fix it right the first time, save a ton of money, and gain a much deeper understanding of how your car really works. That's all for today, folks. I hope this helps you tackle your next check engine light with a bit more confidence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of auto repair. Let me know in the comments about a time a fault code lied to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.